What's up? Welcome back to another episode of Talking Time in a Six. You know what it is, kid. What up, man? Them. What up, man? Them. All right. What's up? Shout out to United States. Shout out to Toronto, Canada, Ontario, and all of Canada, North America. And let's shout out to the UK, England, Ireland as well. I'm hearing an echo. There we go. Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. All right, today we're going to be talking about Drake, the situation he's not doing too good that he got himself into, with a club members calling him from prison, calling him a goof, a clout chaser. And what I'm saying about this, I think what it is, yo, what's up, Frankie Rogers, First Blood in the chat. What up, yo? Rambo, First Blood. So we'll wait for a few more people to get in here, but I really want to speak on what I think my 2 cents is, or my 18 cents, what I think my 18 cents is on the topic about being called a goof and what the goof word means here in Canada. Okay? So a lot of you guys in the US probably don't really understand how serious that being called a goof here is. If you're called a goof here and you don't fight like immediately, and you're okay, if you're in jail and someone calls you a goof and you don't fight, then you're gonna get knocked out. You're gonna get off the range, like, um, because a goof is calling somebody a child molester, calling somebody a diddler, calling somebody a fucking pedo, bro. Goof means pedo here. Goof means child molester, woman beater, fucking all the baddest, worst things. Child beater, child molester, woman fucking beater, fucking torturer, like, like a diddler, diddy diddler type person. That's what a fucking goof is. So to be called a goof here, like the person's in prison and Drake, he's obviously not gonna fight anybody, right? He's a rapper, he's a superstar, he's a what is he, a billionaire or something? He's not gonna be fighting himself, anybody, and nobody's gonna fight his battle for him when it comes to this guy in prison calling him a goof for this guy in the club. No one's gonna get involved and try to save him. Like, and if the Jamaican people, the Jamaican mandem, like Bloods or Crips or anything, try to get involved to help him, that's the fucking stupidest thing they can do, to try to jump in somebody else's beef to try to protect somebody else. Like, it's stupid. Like, uh, what I think about people trying to jump in and protect other people for other people's beefs is stupid. Like, for real, for myself growing up, I never ever called nobody to try to help me. I never tried nobody to try, and I always had a lot of affiliations. Trust me, I had a lot of affiliations with different types of gangs and shit like that. I never once called them to try to help me, to back me up or this or that in a fight or anything. Or excuse me, if guys are trying to jump me or come after me or anything like that. Even when I got shot at and shit like that, got stabbed before, got fucked up before, I never ever called them to try to retaliate on people, because I'm my own man. I fight my own. Okay, my dad's passed on, rest in peace. But you know what? I'm still here, and you know what? My dad was a really good fighter when he was alive. Okay, he was the East End butcher here in Toronto, the East End scrapper. Like, he was a East End fighter. Like, he got in a lot of fights, and he was well known for getting in fights. And that's how I grew up also. And like, me and my friends grew up fighting to get each other tougher. Like, me and my best friends used to beat each other up to try to get tougher. Okay. Me, Mike Boyce, Cody Matheson, David, like David that passed away, rest in peace. Um, you know, my cousin Jay, and a bunch of other guys that are passed on and stuff that I don't really want to get into right now. But like, it was mainly the ones that first, like, the main first LTF people that first started coming around and stuff like that. Um, like Mike and Dave and Cody, those were like the first three main dudes that like we started a boxing club. Me and those three dudes. You could ask my mother. My mom would tell people about this to this day. Before my mom leaves this world, I'm gonna get her to give a message or some sort of thing that I'm gonna upload on here about how when I was a little kid I started a boxing club and she didn't know because my mom worked so hard. She was always at work, right? And me and all my friends were all young. I think we were like 13, 14 at the time. A couple 15-year-olds, maybe grade 12s too. I don't know. Um, we started in the basement of a townhouse. It was just like a regular townhouse basement. There's nothing really down there furniture wise. So it was just like tile floors. So we used that area as, and it had a little sink in the corner. We used that little area as a boxing glove thing. And then my mom had got really freaked out when she heard me and Mike always in the backyard fighting, with bare knuckles and fighting and like put water buckets on each other, right? So my mom got worried one year, and at Christmas time, she got us boxing gloves, two pairs of boxing gloves for Christmas, like one for me and one for Mike, so we could, or a second pair, so whoever friend I'm with can use the other pair. And that's what that was. So we did that for years. You know what I mean? Sudan, are you a blood? I don't know. Why don't you come here and find out, bro? Like, I don't want to talk about that right now, bro. Like, even if I said I was, is that gonna change your life? You know what I mean? Do the math, bro. Do the fucking math. You know what I'm saying? Go listen to my music. I'm not a gang member, okay, but I'm affiliated out the ass. That's all I'll say. Just I might be affiliated. I might not. I might not be. Um. Fuck. Like, what does it matter? What do you care? You like my logo? Here we go. There you go. Why is Drake a blood? We're here to talk about Drake, not me. Okay? Why you like my shirt? Who are you guys? Are you guys just coming new here? If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. If you're new here and you're just asking this and you're not trolling me and you're just legitimately asking, then that's cool. I'm just sick of people that keep asking the same question over and over again. Um, that shit just bothers me. But if you're like legitimately just asking, that's cool. Okay? My best friends are heads of sets of bloods and shit. Like I have best friends that are leaders of sets, okay? But I'm not a blood. I am best friends with fucking leaders of bloods though. Like not leader of the whole bloods. Don't go crazy here. I'm fucking leader of a set. One fucking set, maybe two. Okay? Like it's a Vietnamese bloods that I'm best friends with, the leader, okay? If that's what everybody really needs to friggin' know, so that way they stop asking me that and stop asking me questions, to stop trying to get me to incriminate myself on a fucking podcast. If you want to know the real truth, come talk to me in person. I'll fucking break it down for you. And I'll break down the whole fucking thing, how they came over here from fucking LA to Rexdale, and tell you the whole fucking background from the 90s all the way to 2024. All right. I've been through gangland, bro. Okay. I've been rocking this shit since I was fucking 12 years old, dog. I'm fucking well into my fucking 30s, okay? I rocked fucking this shit through jail. I rocked this shit through fucking every jail in Toronto. You feel me? Yeah, I feel you, fam. I don't like to talk about it on here, you feel me? The real ones don't really like to go on and on about it, you feel me? But in real life, I'll talk about it like if somebody really needs to know my credentials and shit like that, and I'll talk to him about it. But like, I wasn't one of these guys coming on here trying to like I'm always gonna love my shit. You know what I mean? I'm always gonna rep for my shit. But I wasn't starting the podcast. Like you can see if you go back on my channel, I started like 3 years ago. I've never tried to like do what 1090 Jake did and like come out and fucking be on the blood's dick. You feel me? I didn't try to be like, yo, I'm a blood. I'm a fucking badass blood, yo. I'm a badass blood. Like and I'm white, right? So people are gonna automatically start judging. It's gonna be nothing but people yap 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 online. I'm not into talking online. That's why I just say come fucking see me in person. If you really want to know, come talk to me. Come fucking meet up with me in person. Find out. You feel me? I'm LTF, bro. And I'm LTF all day, every day. Yeah. But anyway, so what I wanted to say is like this about the whole situation about what I have in the thumbnail and that, right? So Drake basically is like a superstar, right? He's a superstar rapper from Canada, from Toronto here. He's half white, half Jewish. Okay. I guess a lot of people thought he was black, I guess, because he was acting black for the longest time. Um, that's what my personal opinion and then like started hanging out with all the like black gang members, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. I grew up with a lot of black gang members. In jail, I was always around hundreds of black gang members, right? Toronto jail's a fucking Jamaica gangland. Okay. So basically, when Drake is putting on that, big thing in his rap persona, the big blood, like, how a lot of these big rappers do, like Lil Weezy, one of my favorite rappers, like Lil Wayne. See, so everybody starts looking up to him, right? But then you can't go and then start trying to like beefing with people in the Jamaican community and then start bringing in bikers and stuff trying to like show off that you're connected and affiliated with bikers and shit. It's just a weird look to try to act like you get back like you need backup or something like that. Like everybody knows Drake can't fight. I'll just say that right there. People know Drake can't shoot the fade. People know he's a millionaire, billionaire. So like anybody's gonna do anything for him. You know what I mean? So a lot of people are just gonna do anything Drake says because money talks, right? So like he could probably get a lot of people to do a lot of things. So he is very dangerous in that sense, right? But nobody's gonna be crazy enough to go and try to start messing with HA, right? Because smash the like button, everybody. If you're gonna dip, smash the like before you go and subscribe. If you wanna go check out my personal stories, you know what I mean. Get to know me a bit, figure me out. Fucking, I've been in a lot of jail, man. I've been in a lot of tragedy, bro. A lot of death around me. All right, shit ain't a joke. All right, so anyway, him doing all that is just bringing negative attention to him, right? And being called a goof is not a good look, bro. So being called a goof here in Canada, I don't it doesn't mean the same thing. Like in the US, I think just goof is just like, hey, you're just a goof goofing around or whatever, right? Here that shit is like people get their job broke. People get killed over that word here, bro. Like for real, like if somebody called me that fucking goof in the jail, I would fucking automatically I would know that it's fight time to fight. Like I would really start getting ready to fight. Like that's how I would know, okay, like this is must be time to fight. So when you hear someone call a goof on an answering machine or whatever it was, a call or call from there from the prison, that's some spooky stuff right there, bro. Drake, he better do whatever the fucking he better do whatever he can to make up with them and fucking get them off of his ass and just stay the fuck away from them. Stay away from them if like you can't handle yourself, if you can't like respect yourself or whatever the fuck. Whatever you're doing wrong, bro, just stick to making music, bro. Just worry about making music. Don't worry about trying to be this fucking tough guy, this fucking fake fucking persona that you're not, bro. Like I don't understand. You got billions of dollars and all that, bro. Like, okay, you don't need to try to fucking go on and beef with all these rappers, Kendrick and all these guys, man. It's just craziness. And then to try to get the HA and bring them involved, and now they're mad at you. It's just a fucking shit show. It's a fucking shit show, bro. It's not good. It makes us all look bad. It makes us fucking look bad in Canada. And I wonder why fucking like it's so hard to get a deal from fucking people in the US. You know what I mean? Think about it. In the US, right? Okay. In Canada here, everybody knows. Everybody that's from Ontario or Toronto here know if someone calls you a goof, you have to fight, or you're a bitch, or you are a goof. Then if you don't fight, if somebody calls you a rat or a goof, it's fight time. I don't give a fuck. And my name, people that know me and my family and people that know me, like people I grew up with around me, know that I'm fucking nuts. Know that I'll fucking die for the shit I believe in. You know what I mean? The stuff that I believe in, I've been doing since I was 12 years old. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna waver. I've always been like this. I've always been crazy like this. I've always been a leader. You know what I mean? I'm not the type that's fucking gonna go follow other people and suck other people's dick. You know what I mean? That's why you see me a lot of times I would be a lone soldier. And a lot of times when my crew needed help, bro, they would call me when people needed fucking money collected and man them weren't paying up and they needed a fucking DP and they needed somebody crazy that's violent, they would call me, cousin Eddie, my cousin Jay. He would call me up, call cousin Eddie, fucking man them need a DP because they're going over so and so's head to fucking try to get a better price on a fucking pound of weed or whatever the case may be. If this is your link and this is who you're dealing with in a crew, you can't all of a sudden think that because his link has a better price and he gets a better price and because you know him, because you're in the same crew, that you're just gonna go over his head when he's in a higher position than you and fucking go over his head and just go behind his back and start getting better deals that way through the main guy, right? It's like, no, man, that doesn't work. You get your kneecap busted for that. And homie got his kneecap busted for that back in the day. And I'm the one who busted it. And that's just the way it works, bro. Back then shit wasn't how it is today. We're all grown ups now, we're all fucking adults. All of us have been in jail for most of our lives and we are trying to settle down and be legitimate. Like I've been legitimate for years now. Since 2017, I haven't broke the law. So I just want to say that. Remember, this is my life from 12 years old till my whole entire life. 2017, I come out of jail and I turn my life around, bro. I'm not gonna fucking hide who I am and start trying to change who I am, though. I'm not gonna wear different clothes that I never wore. I'm not gonna fucking start fucking not rocking red when all my clothes are red. I'm not gonna fucking change my hats. Like, I don't know what to say. I got tattoos all over me, man. Like, I don't know what to say. Um, I got LTF Godfather on my stomach when I was fucking what, 16? I went to a Lucky Devil, Hell's Angels Lucky Devil that they owned. Got a big, huge. Well, there was the green part when I was 13. My first tattoo was this one, the little LTF one, and then this green one here. But then later on, when I was a little older, a few years later at the Lucky Devil, um, they put the red around it, which is like just like a red, huge fucking like star pattern thing. But it's faded because I got it when I was like 15. It's faded a lot though. You feel me? It has. Check it out. You feel me? Let's see. We can see how much it's faded. I'm like that, right? You know how many fucking people. Oh my god. Here in jail, it's crazy. Like, okay, we don't have TOHs, right? But as soon as you walk onto a range, you take off all your shit and you go have a shower so people see all your tattoos and everything, right? Right away, they come up to you. Yo, yo, yo. Who do you roll with? Who do you roll with? Who you with? Who you with? Where you from? Where you from? Yo, what hood you from, man? What side you with, man? What side? You with a gang? Who you with? What side are you with? You got anything? You got a package? You got anything? Bring anything? Holy fuck, 20 different guys talking to you, bro. You're just like, you can't even get an answer out, and you got fucking 20 different people asking you something. It's like, damn, man. Holy fuck. I've landed on ranges before where it's like, you know, all blue, it's all Crips, but you know what? I got along with them quite a bit. You know, not every buddy has beef with each other. Like when it's gangland like that, a lot of these Crips don't beef with Crips. A lot of Bloods don't beef with Bloods, bro. You'd be surprised the different inner beefs that go on, man. A lot of times guys are fucking cleaning up shit in their own fucking backyard. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. But there is beefs, and certain neighborhoods here in the city hate other neighborhoods. And you go into a certain neighborhood, rocking one neighborhood, you're gonna get killed. That's just the way it is. But it's not like on a red blue type of shit. You know what I mean? It's on a neighborhood type of shit, like on a set where what neighborhood is they from? You know what I mean? What housing are you from? More or less. Okay. Dude came over here. One of the guys came over here from fucking LA. He was a blood. He came over here to Rexdale, Ontario. And he started like the first blood set ever here in Canada. Okay. That's how that shit came up here to Toronto. And then he ended up starting it, and then he ended up leaving, but he had already started it, and there was a bunch of other dudes, so that's how it ended up starting. The original guy that started it here was from LA originally, but then sets started popping up all over the city. Fucking any kind of housing projects that had fucking more than 5 kids the same age in it, all of a sudden fucking, okay, what are we? They'd say what they were, and bang, now all of a sudden they're fucking this. And sometimes it was for generations since the 90s. Certain hoods, certain housing have had certain sets from the 90s that just keep, um, generation after generation, that just keep, what is it called? Evolving, right? But then there's, ones that back in the 90s that did just come out of nowhere and just start popping up out of nowhere. And then they just lasted and they made a name for themselves, you know? I'm assuming that's how it got started in LA anyway. Like when they all started, they just all started sprouting up all over. Like not one person went and spread it out throughout the whole damn fucking world, right? But certain guys that were in it moved to certain places. They moved to Chicago, or guys from New York end up moving to Toronto, or guys from, you know what I mean? Like it happened, bro. I don't know how it happened, but well, I do know how it happened, but I mean, it spread worldwide. But I'm not gonna sit here and break it all down like that on the internet. But I do know my knowledge, and I know the background of it, and I know exactly how it came here, and I know everything about it, and I live it, and I've lived it fucking my whole life, and that's why I originally called my channel Canadian Jail War Stories, Canadian Jail Gang War Stories. That's what it was originally called, but I didn't want to like put the word gang in it. So I called it Canadian Jail War Stories. Figured people would get the point, you know? You can see subliminals, you know what I mean? You don't need people to come out and be like, yeah, yo, I'm this. You feel me? You see their music video, you see their fucking way they are, you see the swag, you see the way they carry themselves, and you can just tell, bro. You can tell who's real and who isn't, man. Real recognize real, you know what I mean? Like you can tell who real gangsters are, you know what I mean? I don't need to carry no name, bro. I'm myself. I'm me. I'm a gangster. I'm Eddie. You know what I mean? I don't need to have a gang to be a gangster. You know? Because even if every person that I knew, like, it seems like this, your circles get smaller and smaller as you get older, right? And all the closest people to me, like, have passed, right? Like my dad, me and my dad. We're like really close, really solid. Like me and my dad were like that. My dad was a gangster, and my dad was. Everybody looked up to my dad. All the gangsters looked up to my dad. You know what I mean? We all looked up to him. My dad was like, he taught me a lot. Taught me not to be a bitch, not to fucking want to be fucking pay out all your shit to the higher up people. I could have done a lot of things, man. But you know what? I just wanted to stay close to my little crew. You know what I mean? And then after when my little crew, a lot of the people passed, it's like I come out of jail and fucking everybody's passing and dead, and some people are in jail for life. And I was just like, that shit kills you, bro. Because I was used to coming out and just going to a certain place, going to my homie's house, and every time I get out, I go to my homie's house, and it would be like a reunion. Like he would call everybody up, and yo, Eddie's home, yo, Eddie's back, Eddie finished his bid, yo, cousin Eddie's back home, yo, and they all go crazy. You know what I mean? And we were so close, he would even be like, yo, go pick out an outfit, man, because you get out, you don't really have anything on you. And he'd be like, "Go pick an outfit out of the closet." And we all wore like FUBU lugs, Sean John, Rockaware Echo, uh, Crooks and Castles, obviously. Crooks and Castles is my favorite, bro. I'm always gonna wear Crooks and Castles because now it's like I don't want to get rid of all my Rockaware and Sean John because I have like 10 pairs of jeans of Rockaware, 6 pairs of Sean John, and they were like $100 each over the years. I've built up my clothes, and like I'm not rich by any means. I'm very poor. I live a life of poverty, man. Everything you see that I have is fucking like it to me. You know what I mean? Like I didn't get nothing handed. Like our fucking lives, I lost everything I had so many times, and then I would just have maybe thank God for my mother because she would sometimes have some of my clothes left there, or thank God for my father. Sometimes some of my clothes would get left there from when I was younger. So, you know, I come out, and then I ended up getting a box of clothes from my dad's and a bunch of pictures and stuff. And then when he passed away, I ended up getting all the family photos. That's a big responsibility because my dad had all the family photos, like of the whole family in these frames, all up on the wall. So when I buy a house, I'm gonna redo it and like take out all the people that don't really mean anything to me in the photos and like keep in like my grandparents and like aunt and uncles, whoever's in these pictures on the wall, and then uh and whoever family that I love and stuff, I'll keep in there. But like if I don't know the person or something like that, or I'm like, who's that? Or it's one of my dad's friends, like he had his friend Kirk in there a lot of these pictures. I'm gonna take Kirk the jerk out. Sorry, Kirk the jerk, but yo, you don't need to be in the pictures when I put them up on the wall when I get a house because we got to make room for endlessly and ice. We're gonna have some babies. We're gonna have some sons. All right. If you're new to the channel here, I want you to know that I have an American girlfriend. Right. It's kind of crazy like that. It's a little bit of a love story that happened here on my YouTube channel back a little while ago. Back in right here, October 1st, 2022. Let's see if we can get this on film. And we both have it endlessly. I tattooed it on her too. So when she lived in Nevada, she's from Reno, Nevada, born in Arizona. She had this on her wrist, right? And we were dating. She was my girl. I took it and I traced it offline off of her picture. I got her thing and I like zoomed in. I blew it up and then I traced it so it would be the exact size, and then made it the exact size that hers was. So it's exactly the copied size, everything, the little smaller on that side. And then mine's a lot bigger, the letters. Hers are like tiny because she's a girl and her wrists are tiny, right? But that there means a lot to me. We got together October 1st, 2022. So coming up will be 2 years and her 2 year anniversary coming up. You feel me? I tattoo myself like crazy. I'm gonna be tattooing myself in the next little while on the channel. I tattooed my own face, my own forehead across on a live, or maybe not live, but on video. I recorded it and uploaded it to the channel for my viewership to see. I'll never do nothing like that again. When I go to get the rest of my face stuff done, I'm gonna be doing just get it done professionally. Um, and then my neck and my back, I got to get done professionally. And besides that, I do all everything, man. I did even my torso, some of it, a lot of it actually. I did over here on myself on my torso, and Leslie's name, and crazy different. Every letter's different. They're all crazy letters. Like the Y is like a heart. The Y is like a heart for the top of the Y, and like different things. Um, it's just crazy. And then I have a star here that I did myself. But then when I was younger, when I was a teenager, I got the 1, 2, 3, 4, right? To make it even, like that Tupac thing. Me and my boys all went and got Tupac tattoos. Not Thug Life. We weren't gonna bite. We weren't gonna bite Tupac's word or his tattoo, but we were biting his style, I guess. We are copying the area of the tattoo and how cool it was to get Thug Life across your stomach. We thought that shit was lit. So we had to go get a tattoo. Mine says LTF Godfather. And my other homie's his name, he got his initials, right? But his initials ended up spelling out Mad B. So it's kind of funny because MADB is his name is Mike, right? So MADB is his name because Michael Alexander, dude, is like Mad B. And it was just funny because he got Mad B here. I got LTF Godfather here. He got LTF big logo, LTF logo here. And I got LTF logo here. Where is it? Right here. That was our logo. Friggin' when I was 12 years old, bro. Jalen Finch. 12 years old. Yeah. 12 years old. Got my first tattoo. He had a kid with this Asian girl. It was my girlfriend first. She wanted to have a kid, and I was like 12. So I was like, yo, are you crazy? My mom's like, you guys stop wearing G strings around here. My kid's only 12 years old. Well, my homies were all older. They're all 14, 15. So right away, my homie Mike, he's like, scooped that little Asian chick up. You know, she was pretty hot for all of our age back in the day. And he scooped her up, and within a couple months, they were pregnant and they had a baby. And his name was Jaden. And I helped take care of the little guy. We loved him. It was my best buddy, one of my best friends, one of my crew kids. So like the whole crew ended up loving that kid, like because we were only young teenagers. And Angel, she had a brother that was like 20. She used to steal her older brother's car. It was a Red Acura Integra, right? She used to fucking steal Saria's Red Acura Integra all the time, and she fucking was like 15, and she would come pick us up. And then it was just crazy because then she ended up moving out of her mom's apartment into her older brother's apartment, and like no furniture in the damn place except for in his room, and he'd keep his room locked all the time, him and his girlfriend in there. And so we'd have free reign in the living room and the kitchen, but except it's so small and ghetto and there was nothing in there. So we would just dance around and liquor and drink straight liquor and party, and we like throw burning boxes of bandanas off the window, crazy kid shit. Any bandanas we would take off fucking op gang members or fucking people, enemies and shit. We would beat them up, we would get in fights, take their rags and shit, tell them they're fake, you know what I mean? You guys aren't fucking real, you guys are fucking fake, yo. You guys are fucking fake, and take their rags, you know what I mean? And spray paint, you catch them spray painting on your building, you go fucking tag their face with that spray paint. You feel me? This is like the shit we were doing. And then, at the fair, it would be like a fair or a carnival or something. Fucking, everybody would show up there and then shit would pop off at the fair or the carnival. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, once we get a bunch of them, we'd put them all in like a little box and light it on fire and chuck it off the balcony. We'd get fucking all kinds of different colors. Because fucking like people are trying to fucking when we were younger, crews were trying to like come up with all kinds of different weird shit. Like people were rocking all kinds of different weird ass colors, trying to come up with like new gangs and their own gangs and shit. Because here in Canada, believe it or not, a lot of new gangs like just pop up. People just start their own gangs and shit like that, just randomly, like little small little street gangs, obviously, right? But like it'll just randomly pop up. Like people, like we have Markham Dragons, Triads. We got everything here. Afghani gangs, Iranian gangs. We have Sri Lankan gangs, Jamaican, tons of Jamaican gangs, mostly Jamaican, right? Okay, so it's mostly like Jamaican blood and Crip, and these yards, they call it yardies. They don't play, man. Okay, we have a few of those married into the family, like good people, solid people, and just trust me, they're good people, and they're family. Okay, I got family that are Jamaican, Irish now, obviously, because we're Irish and they're Jamaican. So when they have babies, they become Irish Jamaicans, and those little guys are the best little guys ever. You'll see one of them in my little music video. My little homie is in Wada Wada Wada. You can check it out. Fucking go see the first music video I ever made. I made it myself, produced it myself. It's not up to 100% Hollywood uh graphic, but I tried real hard on it. I did my best. I don't have much editing equipment, so I used my PS5 to do what I could. Loaded it up onto a thumbstick, did some editing on there to make it look kind of like a music video the best I could, and then I hung the this thing from the ceiling, you know, did what I could, man. I made this little area into a little music area, and like, look at this. The popcorn spill right here. Like, I did this podcast place up. Check this. Excuse me.